What it do? Welcome back, fam. Look here. I was thinking about something and I was like, man, I need to make a video about this. Yesterday I was watching this video. Two elderly white people were being interviewed by this black guy. Both of them were from the deep South. I could tell from the dialect. And the guy was asking them questions about their childhood, about growing up, on the farms or whatever. And these people were saying things, man, that to me were just straight, blatantly disrespectful to this black guy that was interviewing him.
But customs die awful hard. It takes a long time. And everyone knew years ago that the Negro would have to be given equality. But in the South, knowing Negroes as we think we do, we realized it would take time. It's been compared to straightening teeth. It takes a slow, steady pressure. You can't do it with a hammer.
The man was actually throwing around the N-word like he was saying friend or buddy. But I respect and admire the interviewer because he kept professional. He let this guy speak from his heart. He opened his mouth and put his brain on display, or maybe his ass. But anyway, he also interviewed this elderly white lady. And they both had something in common in their answers when he was asking the question. They were saying that black people seemed to be a lot more happier back then when they was working for them, and that they were not, they enjoyed their work. And nowadays, they don't want to work. This is what both of them said.
If you could, would you paint a picture for us of what it was like on the plantation in your early days?
Everyone was happy. We never heard of all these things that we hear about today. And there were nearly 100 enormous rice plantations with many animals around and a beautiful old house and about 100 colored people there. And then it's no disgrace to say they're like children. When we say that, it's because they are like happy children, some of them, because they like to sit in the sun and rather than work hard.
Which is a asinine statement to make, because the people back then had no choice. And in order to keep their mental health intact, they had to go get away inside of their mind to keep their sanity. It's not because they was having this, beautiful, grandiose day. Like, hey, today I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go out here and pick peas and pick cotton and, and I'm looking forward to it. Nah, it was their way of getting themselves inspired and motivated to get through another day, hard labor during the time of enslavement for no pay. And later on, hard work for pennies on the dollar compared to their white counterparts. So they weren't happy with making 50 cents or 25 cents a day. There's a mental disconnect for somebody to say something like that about another group of people and make a general blanket statement like that. But here's the thing. It's because they are playing mind games and they've been taught a mind game. And that mind game is to always manipulate people who look like me into thinking that you're not doing enough. You're not giving me your all. You don't smile and give me a shining, pleasant look on your face when you walk into the room. What's wrong, Bob? What you going through today? You coming here like you're all angry and mad, yada, 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 yada. They are trying to manipulate you. And they've been manipulating us for years. They may not own the company, but they may work for a company where they are in an executive position to make decisions on hiring and firing people. They may bring in their auntie who has only a high school education, and this black lady who has a BS in that particular field will have to end up training that person, and ultimately that person takes their job. And they don't see anything wrong with that. I'm going somewhere with this. When Prime, Deion Sanders, had his son QBing for him all through Prime Academy, Jackson State, Colorado, there were many people saying that he's only quarterbacking because of his dad. And when young Shador got to the NFL, he has been, in my opinion, unfairly treated. The way that he's handling this, it shows a royalness about him. There have been executives, there have been people in sports who've always hired within their own family ranks. They somehow never found a problem with that throughout these years. Just like these two people that this brother was interviewing. They begin to develop problems in the character of these black people after they could manipulate them no more. They don't want to work. Oh, they don't seem as happy as they were when they was working for us back then in the fields and plantation. Now it's a problem because they got options and they choose not to work for pennies on the dollar and not to always be smiling and putting on a shiny, happy face because they don't have to. They can pick up and go to another job. Or in the case of, one of my favorite, filmmakers, Oscar Michaud, start your own film company, put out your own movies. They don't like it when you pull people from within your ranks of your family and put them in a position to succeed in life, and you carve out a niche for them to do that. They start hollering Nepo babies. I don't hear that word thrown around when it comes to other people. It's a manipulation tactic, man. My thing is, don't let other people's opinion of you or what you're doing negatively impact the way you move in this world, because they are doing it to box you out. Mind games that is being played on the black community. You don't need to kill yourself working on a 9-to-5 for somebody who's basically paying you pennies on the dollar and feel happy about it. I'm not saying that you should walk away and leave your job or go to work angry every day. I'm just saying that you have to be aware that there's been a lot of mind games and manipulation that's been played on people who look like me for centuries. Now people who look like me are in positions of authority, and so you can make those executive decisions to hire your sister as your secretary, make your son the quarterback, or have your wife be the CEO of your organization. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, man. Do not let people talk you out of doing the things that you need to do. Do what you need to do when it's going to be beneficial for you and others around you in your account. Because if you allow those people to manipulate you into making moves that satisfy them or to make them comfortable, you lost. I'm G. Lewis. And as I say with all my videos, take care of yourself. And fam, always take care of your people. God bless. I'm out.